Hi there, welcome to another educational video documenting my Web3 expedition. In this video, we'll be taking another look at ZAMA AI. I did introduce it in a previous video. This is a follow-up video. We'll be discussing some salient, components of ZAMA AI, what to do as well to contribute to their evolution. We will also talk to testnet. In the last video, it was not possible to participate in the testnet because of some congestion issues, but I like the narrative of ZAMA, very powerful project. They've also raised funding, a tangible amount of funding. We'll see if we can cover that as well in the course of this video. So here it says build confidential applications on any blockchain. Now Web3 is lacking in this, by the way. While generally blockchain smart contracts are public in nature, they should have a level of anonymity to truly constitute Web3, or we be the epitome of Web3. But we've not experienced, these at a blockchain level. Of course, there have been private apps built, but they've not, attained sustainability, perhaps because they are not confidential at a blockchain level. Okay, so build confidential applications on any blockchain. So they're, you know, creating, abstracting, no, they are bringing about even a chain abstraction situation where the said confidential apps can exist on any blockchain. No, no, no. Let's put it like they are creating the infrastructure that allows you to build confidential apps irrespective of the blockchain. Let's put it like that. Now, it's a bit technical, but you'll gain more understanding during the video, especially when we can interact with ZAMA, you'll get a picture of what they are trying to build. So, the ZAMA confidential blockchain protocol enables confidential smart contracts on top of any L1 or L2 using FHE. So now we get the gist better. Uh, it's basically a protocol that is composable in any blockchain, whether an L1 or L2, enabling the possibility of building confidential smart contracts on them. So we all know dApps are smart contracts. The dApps themselves, is just the UI built on top of smart contracts. So very powerful narrative, blockchain agnostic, the prospect of being partnering with every blockchain in existence. That's what we're talking about when we talk ZAMA. So here it says confidential lending platforms, confidential blockchain, confidential DeFi, confidential finance. Who wouldn't want this? Confidential tokens, confidential governance, confidential identity, confidential stable coins. Now, I don't know what FHE is exactly, but it sounds something like ZK proofs type of situation. It's giving me elements of that because recently I've been interacting with that technology and it brings about the a measure of privacy as well as speed for existing blockchain. So let's scroll down a bit. So fully homomorphic encryption. So that's what FHE is the holy grail of cryptography. Zama's team of cryptographers and engineers is working to make FHE accessible. So it looks like this exists already. Fully homomorphic encryption already exists, but it's not accessible by every chain. So Zama is making this accessible by every chain, easy and fast, so developers can build confidential applications to protect the privacy of billions on chain. Now, thinking of it, that can also bring about more security, reduce those scam situations and all that, because it's possible to social engineer these days, social engineer blockchain data to find someone's identity and then end up. That's how many of these large scale, you know, repoffs have taken place. Okay, explore demo. So this is now the important part of ZAMA. Here it says confidential token portfolio. So transfer tokens between wallets while keeping amounts and balances encrypted from the blockchain network. So, it's not entire privacy where there's elimination of uh publicity, which is also a core tenet of Web3. So it's aspects of the transaction that is encrypted from the blockchain. So let's open this. And this will also give you of the types of unique innovations that will be made possible only courtesy of ZAMA, what they are offering. Because you cannot pull this off traditionally, you would need ZAMA to bring about, for example, a confidential image filtering. Now that's interesting. Imagine you want to I don't know. I can't. Okay, so add photo filters to an encrypted image without disclosing the actual image to the server. This is exciting. Let's say you want to filter your own image. Typically, you would go to a third party site, upload your image, and then attempt to filter it. But likely you are relinquishing your privacy to a public database. What if you can encrypt it while accomplishing the filter? Encrypted credit score calculates credit score from encrypted financial data without exposing personal information to the scoring service. This is, so what Zama is now as exciting as can be. So let's wait for that to load. My PC is struggling just a bit. Encrypted DNA analysis, being able to get your DNA without providing all your data. Encrypted health prediction, the health systems will like this. They always want to protect medical records, but being able to do so while also getting, diagnosis. Encrypted anonymization. So this is in the ID aspect. Web3 struggles with ID, a compromise between privacy and, anyway, you get the gist there. So let's just look at one demo. So they've uploaded like a demo on Hugging Face. So, and this is how the system looks like: encrypted credit card approval, prediction using fully homomorphic encryption. So, what is credit? Okay, so this is like the flow. Typically, how you would approach getting credit, you'd have to relinquish all your data, your financial information, or relinquish all that privacy for the scoring system to give you a score, a credit score. Then the banking system will rely on that score to give you a loan. Now, with Zama, the flow is different, you know. So there is an encryption element. You see here, encrypted. Likely Zama is somewhere here. Then the encrypted information is passed to the credit scoring, and the bank then decrypts, something like that. Okay, so let's see here. So it says generate keys. This is applicant, bank, and credit bureau setup. Generate keys and send evaluation key to server. So it looks like, looking here, I would assume that you can encrypt different aspects of, you see the form. This is application applicant information here. You can end up encrypting this if you don't want this to be publicized to the banking systems. And then you can also encrypt this, your age, for example, encrypt that, or leave it public, for example. I would assume so. So run the FHE evaluation. Once the server receives the encrypted input, it can compute the prediction without ever needing to decrypt any value. Hmm. Received the encrypted output. I'll do another video about this. This is more of an overview video, but let's see an example of how it works. Now, I do see an AI play into this. I don't know at what stage, but I do see that where AI. So this is Keys are generated and evaluation key is sent. Fill in the form. Please always encrypt and send the values through the buttons on the right once updated before running the FHE inference. So let's assume you fill all this, leave this as this. So let's assume we take all these steps. We've encrypted this aspect of the form. Let's increase this, encrypt this. Person employed 02. Okay, run the FHE evaluation. Once the server, let's run this. So that's the time, receive the encrypted output. The three entities that provide information to compute the credit score are the only ones that can decrypt the result. They take part in a decryption protocol that allows you to only decrypt the full result when all three parties decrypt their share of the result. So these entries are going to different parties, these three, you know, three different parties. Then uh, this is where you get the result, I think. So receive the encrypted output from the server. Let's click on that. So credit card is likely to be denied. Explain the prediction. Okay, let's look at this. That's based on the data that I imputed earlier. So I don't know if it's here that some AI, you know, evaluation party plays a role, something like that. I'm not very sure, but so credit card is likely to be denied. However, having at least 2 to 5 years of employment will increase your chance of having your credit card approved. So this is all a private situation. Um, I think okay. So you get the gist. It's not perfect. You know, you may not understand it perfectly at the moment, but at least the gist of what's coming, courtesy of ZAMA. Okay, so they're basically building such an infrastructure, and this is now uploaded. This system is uploaded on Hugging Face. It's like this is an AI, uh, an app store for open source AI protocols. So they uploaded this system on a database. So the difference is likely uploading this on the chain in question. This whole encryption system, fully homomorphic encrypted system. Okay, so yes, another thing I wanted to highlight in this video, let's try this. So it's still not possible to try, we would have tried out the testnet proper. But another thing I found out about ZAMA, if you want to be more, you want to actually contribute to their evolution in a more tangible capacity, they do have both a creator program and a developer program. So for those who are interested in developer program, you can join this program here. Otherwise, you can join the creator program. So what this will do is bring you to a guild page. So this is for the developer program, join guild, and this is for the creator program, also join guild. So I've started the process and I want to, try to give you an overview of how it is, because I now have an overview of that. Okay, so um, it's a bit, it's a bit, it's not tough. It's not tough, but there are many annexes to this. So typically you would start here, you'd click on this and you will be brought here. Then in this first quest, you need to have a verified email. You also need to complete this captcha. These two requirements are filled. Then go to the ZAMA Discord. I've done that already. Okay, then here you're expected to follow Zama on Farcaster, meaning you need to have a Farcaster account. Follow them on Telegram, on X. So three of these tasks here have to be complete. I've completed that. Okay, next you need to fund your account. So they want this to be available to not so many people at this stage. So you need to have at least zero point 0.1 ETH or 250 USDC and have made three or more transactions on the Ethereum mainnet to be able to fulfill the parameters here. So that's the basics for joining the creator program. So you see, I now have access here. But what is next? Let's click on this. Mm, wow, now the issue is I don't know how to navigate to. Okay, yes, this is it. This is it. Okay, so this is the beginning of the creator program. The ZAMA creator program rewards content creators for producing high quality content about ZAMA and fully homomorphic encryption, FHE. Each month, the top 100 creators receive rewards based on their total points earned. So, this is the outlet via which you'll be earning points if you have joined the program. Now, the basics of joining the program, you have to start here. So, have the start by connecting wallet to Zama Guild role. So, most of the roles that you'll be getting on the Discord will be out of this platform. So, you see, I've got the creator program access granted role already. Okay, so have the follow on social media to get latest news role. So, you just need to click on this. So if you click on this, there are some parameters you'll need to fulfill. Okay, we have those parameters already. Then for this one, we have it already. I think it's also from the previous page, this category here. So if something is missing, you just click on it. This one requires you to read the program docs. This one requires you to have the community program beta tester role, which we've already got. So this is the community beta tester role having zero point 0.1 ETH on Ethereum. So that was that. Okay. Now, once you filled all these parameters, you see here, you can join this. I'm not a good memer, so I will not participate in this category, but I do have the creator program prerequisite role. That requires you to go through this here. So my focus is going to be on this part here, this one. So ZAMA creator program thread crafter. That's where I'll be participating in. And here it says be included in email allowist. Your submission will be reviewed and selected by the team. So this one I don't yet understand. This one I don't yet understand, how to get this one here. So my thinking is that I'm going to submit content into this form. Then maybe, by submitting content into this form, you will be submitting your email and then it will be joined into the Allowis program. I wouldn't know until I submit my first entry. But you need to follow the steps in this form. Write an engaging thread, 5 tweets minimum, share the content on X. So you need to tag like this, tag and use this hashtag and also mention the project official Twitter. Submit the link to your content post in the dedicated submission form. Optionally share it with the community on the Discord in the creator program channel. Earn 80 to 400 points, 80 base at a base level 80 plus quality bonus up to 5x. So you need your guild wallet address and the content submitted. So I'm thinking that after you have submitted, maybe when they process it and they accept maybe your first entry, you would now be included into the email allowist. I'm not very sure, but I'll be sure after my first contribution. Now, interestingly, it looks like there are 0 participants. I don't know why, but a doubt because there's a leaderboard, get 80. Maybe this is the global leaderboard. Now, in this one, it says pick a topic. This is knowledge sharer. I think there is a dedicated form for this as well. So those are the ones I'll be participating in. So you see, this one is different. YouTube entries are accepted. Now that's interesting. Okay, so I'll be participating in this. You will see that it also requires the allowist, having your email on the allowist. So in the next video, I'll be able to inform you of what that took. Now this one is online meetup or organizer. Maybe I'll participate in this as well. Host the session live stream. So I'll see if I can participate in this. And there is also physical meetups. So promote your event on social media or relevant communities, host meetup that is physically, minimum 5 attendees. I may just decide to have fun and look into this one. Then the ZAMA creator role is unlocked. Be in the top 100 members on the leaderboard. Let's look at this. So this is for encouragement's sake, depending on how many points have been earned here. So this is my rank, 76,000. Interestingly, it's just starting out. So I don't know. Nobody seems to have points yet, but they are ranked. So I don't know what's going on there. But I would put up my first participation, bringing us to the end of this video. Check the description area for relevant information pertaining to ZAMA, how to reach me and all that. Let's end the video here. Again, when testnet goes live, I will be testing it out. So testnet is supposed to happen out of this portal, but it's not possible yet to connect to it because of congestion issues. Okay, so stay awesome, take action. Subscribe to Web3 Wikis on all socials.